I'm out on another adventure. That fence looks nice. And going back to one of the temp agencies. They might have something, or I just gotta fill out more paperwork. That's what it sounds like. It's probably more paperwork and then discussing what they've got. But yeah, I'm hoping I can find something that will take into account my background, my education, and all that. You know, I don't want to be some laborer. So that's what I'm going to go check out today. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'll find some work. You know, like I said, I've been looking honestly for the last couple of years. But nothing was really out there that, I mean, for my education and all that stuff, there just wasn't anything around. There was just, labor jobs or forklift operators, $9, $10 an hour jobs. I mean, you really just can't make a living off of anything like that. Now, if worst came to worst, yeah, I'd probably have to settle for something like that. But right now, I've been able to bank a lot of what I made from tax season, and so I've got a little bit of a cushion to rely on for bills. So hoping I can be picky and find something locally, and I mean locally, like in this general area, like 5 to 10 mile radius. Now they did have one place had a job in Leeds or Carlisle, South Carolina. I mean, that's like more than a 30-minute drive for me, to the south. I'm like, and the pay wasn't all that good. It was like, I don't know, $12.50. I'm like, if that was somewhere in town, I might actually consider something like that, for the time being. But being that it's so far away, no, that's, $15 an hour might make it worth it just for gas. But, no, I was like, that's a bit far for me. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue my search in town here and see what I find, because, for that price, I can make that same amount here. So, oh man. But yeah, like I said yesterday in the video, yeah, this is unfamiliar territory. I have not searched for a job. Honestly, yeah, I have not really searched for a job since the 90s. And then, aside from the one that I found that was back in 2012 and 13, but that didn't work out. I mean, that was just something I happened to come across, and and then they just worked me as a laborer instead of in the quality assurance field where I had background. It was really just kind of depressing. So, now I'm basically starting anew and having to go search for something that is probably going to be long term. And I already had to work on my resume, which hadn't been updated in ages. But again, there's really not a whole lot that I can update on it. I've been self-employed since 2002. I mean, that's 2017. We're talking, 15, 16 years. So, that's just, it's kind of just a nervous feeling, really, having to prepare to go back to the workforce and find something that hopefully not only will they hire me, because of my age, but something that would probably be long term that could make it, to retirement, because I just do not think my small business is going to recover. I'll keep the business license open, like I said before, just so I can write stuff off on taxes. But no, for the most part, it's not going to be anything like it used to be. It's unfortunate. I'd have to hire somebody, but I need to have the clientele coming in to be able to pay for the additional wage, for the expense, basically paying wages. And I just don't have that coming in right now. So, like I said, I'll keep the business open, the license active, because I think maybe one day it could recover, but for right now, no. Well, so go ahead and continue on to this one temp agency. Let's see what they got. Again, that's another option, maybe looking at being a substitute teacher. I think one of you guys mentioned security guard. I have done that in the past, but again, the pay is not great. But again, that could be something that could hold me over until something better comes along. Retail stores and stuff like that, I seriously doubt I would consider, because I know how they work their employees. And are we looking good? Okay. And again, their pay is not very good at all. Retail, of course, holidays. You're working holidays, and rotating schedules, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be. So, anywho. Again, I'm exploring all sorts of areas, but the main thing, I just want to find someone that will take into account not just me being a veteran, but my, being self-employed, responsible for being self-employed, plus my education. I mean, I've got a bachelor's degree, and I've put in for jobs that require a bachelor's degree, but never heard from them. So, it's a little disheartening, but I'm still going to continue and not going to give up. Charlotte and Colombier. I'm not heading either of those directions today. I know there's a lot of prospects up in Charlotte, but again, the pay needs to be worth it. I do not want to deal with Charlotte traffic. Again, that's 20, 25 miles one way. So I prefer to stay here local. But anyway, here, so let me go in, get this interview done, and we'll see what turns up. Nice. I might put a beer bottle under my van. Luckily I didn't hit it with my tire. Oh, yeah, just dealing with the paperwork part. It's always fun. And there's other people in there. Look like they just walked in off the street, or a homeless shelter almost. It's bizarre. Coming in looking for work and not even dressed to impress, like anywhere close. But yeah, I'm seeing what's out there. Not a whole lot. Third shift seems like there's a few positions on third, but yeah, I can't deal with third. I can't sleep during the day. I've tried. So oh my goodness. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, yeah. So begins the adventure of finding some work, finding a new line of work, I should say. Yeah. That's another thing too. I mean, with my small business, I've had a lot of people call, say they're going to show up, and then they don't show up. There's a fancy looking trike. But, that's, of course, with jobs, they're wanting to know, what you consider acceptable in 30, 60, 90 days, of being late or absent. And that's a kind of a trick question. I put 0 for all 3 options because, within that time frame, you don't want to be late or out, because that's your probationary period. If you miss a day, that's a reason for them to let you go. So, yeah, some trick questions on their questionnaire. Of course, me with my degree, asking about maybe being a substitute teacher, and I'm thinking, yeah, that'd be an option, but of course there's no positions open until probably July for the 2017 into 2018 school year. So, and by then I may have something permanent. Who knows? But I'm just kind of seeing what the options are out there. Working at one of those cash title loans. Boy, that's got to be fun. Sign on there says still strong, still lending. Yeah, I'll bet. Screwing people over with your ridiculous interest rates. Yeah, that place used to be a pet store. I don't know what happened to it, but now it's another shady loan place. Troopers are there. Must be getting some muffler work. But yeah, so that's what's been going on here, or what is going on probably this week for me. Just checking with these temp agencies and exploring some positions online. The VA rep is supposedly going to be back on Thursday. Maybe I'll meet with her if she has the time, going on her frequent vacations, it seems like. But when it comes down to it, I think it's just going to be up to me to keep looking around and try to find something that will be acceptable. So, I don't know.
X alert.
All jobs have their pluses and negatives. So, even being self-employed, yeah, it's been fun. But it's been stressful too, because you just have customers that you can't please. It's the same thing, customer service. So I guess you could say I've got plenty of experience in that. It's really nothing like being self-employed if you're successful. But when things start to, go down, then it's quite stressful and not pleasing, and you're worried about month to month, the bills. And that's pretty much the way I've been here for the last couple of years. We've been able to get by, but we have just not been able to save. And again, with my wife not here, now everything's changed. There's just no guarantee of anything right now. So I've got to, again, prepare for my future and hope something comes up that will keep me afloat and I can rebuild my savings, which was decimated when, really it's been decimated the last, couple of years, and then my wife getting sick just pretty much wiped me out. So, yeah, hopefully this year, from, following years, this will be the time to rebuild, regroup, and move on. So, yeah, I appreciate the words of encouragement in the comments and stuff. I've been reading them and, of course, answering back and all. And yeah, this is just an uncertain time for me right now. So, but hopefully it'll start getting some focus and we'll get back going. Again, vacations are on hold. Trips to Mexico, I have no idea. Again, best option would be maybe, after Christmas, that second week of January for the anniversary. But I'm just guessing at that. I really do not know, and I cannot confirm. So, yeah. This is pretty much my priority right now, just to get back on my feet financially, get a stable source of income coming back in. Well, looks like they're done cutting up the road today. Plumbing work still continues, or it's on standby. And that building project's coming along nicely. A bit of stone and siding. Alright, well, I'm about home, so we'll just wrap up this to and from temp agency. Doing paperwork, pretty much it. That's about it for now. So until the next thrilling video, adios.